Hello, welcome to Revenant Reads. I'm Ben, and this is just a modest used book haul at the end of December 2024. So, over the past month, I've just accumulated a small pile of used books. I know many booktubers are taking part in the Read What You Own challenge, in which you read a certain amount of books that you already own before you buy new books. I was tempted to join this year, but I ended up not doing so. Just wanted to have some fun buying some books this year. Maybe next year I'll take part, join, or maybe at a different point I'll kind of do my own mini Read What You Own challenge. I'm not sure yet. But anyhow, this isn't a lot here. But to start off, I do actually have some Star Trek books that I was pretty happy to find. I think I found all of these at the local Goodwill, a used bookstore, or sorry, secondhand store that does have some books. People in the UK call it a charity shop. And I stop in there every so often, and sometimes I kind of hit a gold mine and find things I'm really excited about, like this. I was excited to find this. Although, the last time I went in and got these, that was a few weeks ago, I found that Goodwill doubled their price on books. So they used to have mass market paperbacks just for $1, and sometimes it'd be 50% off, so 50 cents, but they were $2 when I went in. So I can understand a price increase, but doubling the price, that's kind of much. So I'm probably not going to be stopping into Goodwill as often as maybe I used to. But anyhow, I was really happy to find this one. So this is Star Trek Titan Taking Wing. And this is the very first book in the series for the Titan. So the Titan is when William Riker, after he leaves the Enterprise as being first officer, he gets his own captaincy, and it is the Titan. And this set off a whole other Star Trek book series. It only ever really existed in the books. I think we see a little bit of Titan in Star Trek Picard season 3, if I remember correctly. I think there's some stuff with the Titan, but otherwise it really just exists in book form. But I've always wanted to read the series, and I was really excited to find the very first book, so that was cool. And there were 3 other Star Trek books that I was happy to find, and they are Deep Space Nine novels, and they're all part of a trilogy here. So we've got Millennium, book 1 of 3, The Fall of Terok Nor. Book 2 of 3, The War of the Prophets. And 3 of 3, Inferno. I don't know a lot about these. I think just by reading the back, it seems like The Fall of Terok Nor seems to kind of take place when Bajor retakes what would become Deep Space Nine, the station. This one, War of the Prophets, seems to be about the Prophets versus the Pa-wraiths. I'm not entirely sure what the whole through line is for this, since it's, a trilogy. But, maybe for, excuse me, next year's Book Trek, which is an annual event where we read and discuss Star Trek fiction. Usually happens in the summer, in July, or June, July, and August. Maybe I'll read these then. I'm not sure. I'll definitely read the Titan one, I think. But really happy to find those. And then this one I actually got at a library book sale. And this is Among the Dead Cities, History and the Moral Legacy of the World War II Bombings of Civilians in Germany and Japan by A.C. Grayling, who is a pretty well-known British philosopher. I've read a little bit by A.C. Grayling before, but seems to be a mixture of history and philosophy, looking at the moral tragedy of the terrible bombings of World War II, things like Dresden, stuff like that. So, yeah, don't know much about this, but looks really interesting. Maybe next year for Q4 of Historathon, this will be a contender. Picked up another history book, one that's not too old. This one came out about a year ago. Let's check the year on this. A couple years ago, so 2021. So this is The Cause, The American Revolution, Its Discontents, 1773 to 1783 by Joseph J. Ellis, a very prolific historian of the American Revolution. And this seems to be about people grappling with what exactly was going on. Some people obviously celebrating this sort of revolutionary cause, and other people find the cause to be treasonous or not certain at all of what it would mean for them if there was an American victory. So it seems like it's more about the kind of gray area of how people were thinking about what was going on during that time. But yeah, I was happy to find a pretty decent condition paperback of that. And the last book I got at that same library book sale. This was a nice edition of Comet by Carl Sagan and Anne Druyan. This was originally published, let's see if I can find the 1985, and it's got illustrations. Now, I've been a big Carl Sagan fan for a very long time, and I've read just about all, I think, of his popular works except for this one. I think this is maybe the last one that I'll need to get to. So I think at some point in 2025, I will finally read this, and I believe finish or have completed all of Carl Sagan's popular science works. I think this is the last one I have to read, but I could be wrong. So anyhow, those are the things that I picked up secondhand, really from like the end of November throughout December. So not too big. So we've got 4 Star Trek books, including Titan Taking Wing. We've got The Cause by Joseph Ellis, Among the Dead Cities by A.C. Grayling, and Carl Sagan's Comet, written along with Anne Druyan. So yeah, if you've read these, love to hear your thoughts so I know what to expect. And as always, thank you, BookTube.